viewers. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on Spirit Speaks Live. My name is Heidi Corona, and I'm an intuitive life coach and a spiritual teacher with Spirit Speaks. You can find me at my website at spiritspeaks.org, and I wanted to let you guys know before I take a caller today, I will be taking a caller, so check that number on the screen. Start calling in because I'm going to be doing a couple of readings today for people, lucky people who can get through here. And I want you guys to know that I'm giving out free 15-minute sessions. I'm giving out free 15-minute sessions right now, and I will tell you how to win a free session. You jump over to my website, www.spiritspeaks.org, okay? And up near the top, there's those little icons, and if you click on that YouTube icon, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, YouTube has this weird algorithm thing where I only get an email notification every maybe 5, 6, 7 subscribers. I don't know. But I am honoring this. If you are one of those subscribers that I get an email notification about, I'm blessing people with a free 15-minute session. I've already had 2 sessions that were totally awesome, and I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel for your chance at a free session with me as well. Let me sip my water for just a moment. Excuse me. And while I'm waiting for a caller on the line, I wanted to go ahead and pull a group card right now for everyone who might be listening. And just know that I will be having an after party after this live broadcast, and I hope you join me. That'll be on my Facebook page. I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you guys today, but I'm doing a lot of really cool things, and I'd love to have you join me. So my after party will be at facebook.com/spiritspeaks11. The number's 1 and 1. Facebook.com. There I am off camera talking. I apologize. Facebook.com/spiritspeaks1 and 1. For those who are listening and viewing right now, these are the cards that we got. This first card, oh man, this is from the Magical Times Empowerment Cards by Jody Bergsma, for anyone who's watching, live streaming on Moonstruck TV. And the card here is Dignity. Oh man, there's a beautiful white dragon on this card, and it says here, take pride in yourself and all that you have become. Feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions. What a beautiful card, Dignity. And I really want to say to those who are tapping in right now, not only to take pride in who you are today, but how far you have come. How far you have come to get you to the place where you're at now. Just stop and reflect on that for a moment. Stop and reflect and give yourself a pat on the back for the things that you've gone through that you didn't even know that you could make it through. Right? If no one else does that, who's going to do that for you? Let me give you this other card, Strength. Strength, and there's a polar bear on this card. You have courage. You can endure, find your center, and spiral into your power. Strength. And the Strength card came up right after that Dignity card. Take pride in who you are. Take pride in how far you've come. Stand on your 2 legs and be strong. Stand up for what you believe in. I'm feeling this deeply for the people who are tapping in with this card. You have a unique approach to life that only you have. Don't follow the masses and swim with the school of fish when you're not designed to. And you will know if that's speaking to you because you'll feel weird swimming with the fish. All right. It looks like I've got a caller on the line. It looks like I've got Joy from Connecticut. Joy, you're on live with Spirit Speaks with Heidi. Are you there?
Hi, Connie. Hello.
Hi, Joy.
How are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing okay, thank you.
So I am on live with you here, and I'm a psychic medium. I'm an energy healer. I'm an animal communicator, and I'm a channel for pretty much anything spirit needs to bring through. Right at this time, Joy, I'm going to ask your higher self and guidance team to step right into this reading for messages of your greatest and highest good only. I am aligned with love and light and God. I just want to let you and everyone else know this. Joy, did you have a certain question on your heart today?
No, not really. Just kind of what's going on, what's happening with me.
Okay. Are you talking about life circumstances or like
Yeah,
physical
life in
circumstances?
general.
Life in general. All right. So let's get some guidance for Joy. Let's see. All right. So I've got one. Ooh. Okay, Joy. I've got you right here. The card that popped out is a major arcana card. It's card number 13, Death and Rebirth. These are big, huge changes. Big, huge total changes, big, huge endings and new beginnings. And I'm seeing these two cards wanted to fall out for you as well. These are tarot. Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is about wanting to start something new. And if you could see this depiction, Joy, he's looking at all these cups and they're upside down. So he doesn't know what's underneath them. And he's like really got his hand on his chin. He's trying to make a really logical decision to choose the cup that's best for him, the one that's going to have the best outcome. However, he can't even really see what's inside to make a real good guess. So he's a little puzzled about that. Does this sound like it kind of resonates with you?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
A little bit. Okay, so I want you to know this other card came out behind it also, and this is the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is kind of about this depiction is gorgeous. If you could see it, there's a beautiful, beautiful young lady, and she's looking into a mirror, but the reflection that she sees in the mirror is one of bondage. She's kind of tied up. There's some ravens who are pulling on these strings. She's blindfolded. It's a bunch of nonsense. And the real deal is on this card is that's not even her true circumstances. It's all how she perceives things in her mind. So are you feeling confined or trapped by anything right now, Joy?
Definitely.
Definitely. Oh man, I'm really feeling this around my midsection. Is this about your home life? Or is this
No,
about your creativity?
no, it's my home. It's not my home per se. It's regarding my family member.
Mm. So when I'm asking about your home life, this card popped out for you, the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands, oh man, you could see all these wands are clashing in the middle and they could create something totally beautiful, but instead they're just kind of clashing. Okay, that tells me there's a lot of different personalities involved, maybe some different facets of personalities that aren't getting along too well. Are you looking to find your own
my
place?
my mother's sick and she's very ill right now, and I'm got a lot of around that.
All right. Okay.
And she's
When you said
93.
that,
She's 93. But
I understand.
my life is on hold right now because I take care. I'm the person that's responsible for her.
Absolutely. When you're saying that, Joy, this card from the tarot popped out, the Three of Swords. It shows a heart that is just wounded and stretched thin. And the cords from that are wrapped around this girl who's just screaming her lungs out. And I really feel you're saying your life is on hold. I understand. But this Fool popped out too, and the Fool is about all open possibilities. Now, this Fool, I feel like I just got to give you what I'm getting here, Joy. I just got to give it to you. Being with your mother at this time is definitely a priority, and I can understand how it can be frustrating for you and feel like your life is on hold. But I really want you, your team is here letting me know that your life is not on hold. Your life is today. Your life is here and now where you're at with your mom. And it is the best place for you to be at this time because time will not last forever. And I am not predicting anything. I'm just saying make the best use of this time. And that is exactly why you're doing it and exactly why you're there. And I feel like you know that. I feel like you know that. It's just a natural sense of frustration. And your team is saying, Joy, it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay. Oh, man. They're coming through so strongly, Joy. They're sending you so much love. They're saying you are such a strong, compassionate person. And these are the times that are really important. These are the times that are really important. And what is this about? Okay, hold on. You got a couple more cards. I got to give it to you.
Oh, okay.
Don't be tempted away. Okay, I have to give this to you. Don't be tempted to you got a major arcana card, which is the devil. Okay, now the devil represents some kind of manipulation. Okay, that's what it is. Is that what it is? Oh, are you also protecting your mother's finances at this time?
Oh, there's not a lot, but yes, I'm in charge. I mean, I take care of stuff. Yeah.
Okay,
Is that what you mean?
yes, that is what I mean.
Yeah.
What I mean is, see, now this devil card came out with the Nine of Cups by it. And the Nine of Cups shows a single person who is just free and happy and has all their money in order and they're just fine. But the devil card came out with that. And the devil can sometimes speak of manipulation, sometimes stealing. And I don't wonder I don't wonder. It's just important that you are meticulous about your mother's accounts to make sure that no one is, dipping in unnecessarily for something like double charging from Amazon or something like that. Do you understand?
Yeah, no, we did. We took care of everything. All that. I took care of everything. So.
Okay, stay on top of it. I'm just saying, future reference. Sometimes I'm in the future, so stay on top of it. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Just make sure. I don't want anyone snaking any money from you or your mom. And Knight of Swords. I just need to tell you that right now, these two cards popped out again, Joy. Right now, the Six of Cups is about nostalgia. It's about feeling youthful. It's about remembering your childhood, remembering your past. And I really feel like that is something that is important for you to do with your mother as you guys spend this time together. You know how people like to reminisce about the old days. Are you able to sit and chat with her and go through stories and talk about people from the past and those kinds of things?
We do a little bit.
Okay. All right. That is definitely encouraged here. Because the other card that came out next to this one is the Knight of Swords. So when something happens, it will be quick and fast. When something happens to change, it will be quick and fast. Your circumstances are going to change fast at some point. So the important point is making your now moment as beautiful as you can possibly make it for you and your mother.
So she's going to pass quickly without a lot of pain or anything, right? Is that what that means?
Yes.
Because that's what I'm praying for. I don't want her to have any pain.
Yes, and your team is saying yes. They're coming through very strongly with that. Yes. It's going to be a quick thing. There's not going to be suffering. That's why it's important to really make this time as beautiful as possible because it's going to happen quickly.
Okay. That's a good thing. I'm okay with that.
All right.
It's going to happen quickly. I don't want her to, she's not her, and it's hard for her right now. It's just, she knows she can't do anything, and it's hard. So.
Absolutely. And it's really hard to reach a point where you have to begin to depend upon others again, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you have the little indignities and whatnot. We all like modesty and privacy and these kinds of things. And your team is giving me two things for you on this. Just as a viewpoint of compassion for your mother, not that you don't have it, but that is a huge determining factor on some of the moods that she has is not liking the circumstance of having to depend upon or not liking to be limited, not liking to have to make others deal with this kind of stuff with her, right? She wants to be independent.
Right. Yep. She can't be. Am I going to have a wife after this is over?
Yes, that was the other part of this message is I know it feels like life is on pause, but once this chapter of your life is completed and you move on to the next area, it's really going to shift and change into something beautiful for you. And just keep that light about you and keep your integrity going because you're really fueling your own energy base. Like I need to give you this. When things change real fast, hold on, slow down. They're giving me this message really fast. So at this point, like I said, making this time so beautiful and so full of love as much as you can, and give yourself grace and compassion. They won't let me not say this. The things that you're dealing with also sometimes are a challenge, right? So
Oh, they're a
please.
challenge. It's a
Yes,
challenge.
and your team is commending you and saying, "Wow, you're doing so wonderful in dealing with all of this and holding your integrity in your heart and by keeping this positivity about yourself and not allowing yourself to shrink down into more negative states, more pessimistic states. Okay, you're keeping a more positive outlook. When the change
Right.
happens, your life flows in a different direction." Um, you want to be in that positive state of mind instead of I'm in this uh, retracted, contracted state. Everything's negative. I'm pessimistic, and now I'm just going to say this. Now I've lost my mother, and that can really send you on a more downward spiral. Does that make sense? So let's celebrate this time. Keep your vibe high, so that when this time is concluded, I'm not trying to be callous. It's hard for me to speak like this. I
No,
just
no, no.
want to be
Because I
gentle.
know she's in the
What?
hospice. I know, where we're at.
Yes, and once your mother passes on, to have
Hmm.
that stable love that you have going on already, that stable, loving foundation in your heart is so important, because once she passes, it's going to unlock the next part of your journey, and that's going to start on that stable love foundation that you are building now
Okay.
within
I'll
yourself,
take
is what I'm
that.
saying.
I'll take
And how
that.
that you're and the way that you're handling these things. Sometimes it's like, it's challenging, right?
There are
But the
days.
way that,
There are days.
Joy, I want you to just pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back each time you're proud of yourself for handling something in a way that maybe was a little bit of a challenge, right?
Yeah, there's been a few. Yeah, and a few
All
challenges.
right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Joy, for
Oh,
calling
yeah,
in. I
that was
really
excellent.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Now,
All right.
can you do regular readings, not just free ones?
Check out my website at spiritspeaks.org. There's a
Say it
button you
again.
can push
Say it
that
again. Spirit.
spiritspeaks.org.
Okay. 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 That sounds good. 'Cause I think I'd like to do
SPIRIT.
that.
Yeah, I would love to meet with you. That would be just wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling in
Okay.
today.
Yeah, I think I'm going to look at that tomorrow, because right now I'm going to sleep, but I'm going to look at it tomorrow. But I thank you so much. That was wonderful. I needed to hear all that.
Thank you. You're welcome, Joy. And I send you so
Thank
much love, and I send your mother love, and I send love to your entire situation, sweetheart. Thank you for calling in today.
Okay. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. So let's see what's going on. I'm going to sip my water for just a moment. What a lovely reading for Joy. What a lovely reading for Joy. And I think that's a beautiful message for all of us about living in the present moment and really connecting with the loved ones that we have in our lives right now, guys, because we never know when something could change. You just never know. It looks like I've got another caller on the line, and I've got time to take one. So Riley from Massachusetts, you're on with Spirit Speaks Live. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty darn good. So I'm a psychic medium, an energy healer, and an animal communicator. Did you have a specific question on your heart today?
Not specifically,
Not
but
specifically.
I was hoping to get in contact with someone maybe.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't understand. You were told to get in contact with someone?
I was hoping to.
Oh, hoping to, like a past loved one.
Yes.
All right, that's perfect. That's wonderful. Okay, so Riley, I am aligned with love and light and God, and I'm going to ask your higher self and guidance team to step right into this reading for messages of your greatest and highest good only. And I'm going to let my team know that we want to focus only on mediumship today. You have a lot of past loved ones around you. And I'm feeling some heart stuff. Have you lost someone recently?
Yeah. Not too long ago.
All right. I'm going to get my cards out. I've got my mediumship cards. I'm going to just put them in my hands. I'm a little handsy. Sometimes it helps the energy to flow. I move my hands around. All right. So who would like to come forward for Riley, please? Okay. So Riley, I have a male coming through. I have a man wanting to step forward for you first. And this man is wearing a scarf. That's not something I usually would notice about a man. So do you know a man who wears a scarf in spirit, or who used to wear a scarf? You do.
Yes.
This card popped out for you. Tears cleanse the soul is what it says. Tears cleanse the soul. And there's a beautiful little heart with like teardrops. And so the man with the scarf. If you've been crying recently, he's definitely been with you. Was this a romantic partner of yours?
No, it wasn't.
No, like more like brother, cousin. I'm feeling him not as old.
Yes, he died when he was younger.
Okay. Also, this card just came through. I always give you a kiss goodnight. I always give you a kiss goodnight. I'm sorry, did you say something, hon?
Yeah, the guy with the scarf was exactly who I was trying to get in contact with.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Do you have a specific question for him, or do you want me just, he's really, really into my heart right now. I'm feeling a lot of chest pain about this. Did he pass from something like that, or is this a situation going on?
He did actually pass from a heart attack.
Okay. All right. And I see him like, he was real happy. Did he have a bald head, like white, skinny?
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely see him here. Name start with a J?
Yeah.
James, maybe?
Mhm.
Is that his name, James?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Hello, James. Thank you for being here. How could I possibly know this? How could I possibly know this? Because he's here with me for you, Riley. What was that?
I know, I cannot.
All right. I've got chills right now. This card just popped out for you, and I need to read it verbatim from the book for you, okay? The card, if you could see it, it's beautiful. It has hands out, like cupped hands. It's holding the cupped hands out, and it says, "I am sorry. Please forgive me." I have chills everywhere right now, and I'm going to read it from the book because he wants you to hear all these words, okay? Mm-hmm. Now that I'm over here, I've had a chance to review my life. I understand how my actions affected you, and I need to apologize so that both of our souls can move forward. Boy, he's pushing this through really, really strongly for you. You see, if either one of us is hanging on to guilt or resentment, it stalls our personal growth. Please know that at every moment I was doing the very best I could. I will now finally admit to you how frightened I was. I made an effort to appear strong, but underneath I was scared of everything, including life. I covered up my fears by closing my heart to feeling emotions, and I know that this hurt you quite a bit. I promise that I've now learned from this error, and I've also had to forgive and have compassion for myself. I ask that you please do the same and forgive me too.
Wow. Oh, I'm speechless. I'm crying right now.
I'm shivering. I'm freezing. He's so present right here that I'm so cold. The spirits, they make me cold. He's in so strongly.
I can't believe this right now. Oh my gosh.
Now, was this your brother, hon?
No.
Or cousin? He was a peer, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Yep.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Riley. I'll tell you this. He's here pushing this through, this love and really wanting forgiveness. He's really saying, I'm so sorry. I made bad choices. I hurt people. I hurt you. And it has affected you in ways beyond even his lifespan, is what he's giving me. That even since he's died, like these things still come to you in your mind, or experiences in your life that have affected you or impacted you. And he is so, so incredibly sorry. He was young and dumb and stupid and careless. And he asks your forgiveness, and he says that he holds nothing against you. He holds nothing against you at all. He sends you nothing but love.
Well, I really needed to hear that. Thank you so much.
And he's saying something about an earrings. I don't know if that's something to do with you. If that is that a story? No story on the earrings?
Not an earring, but a ring.
A ring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, he's giving me like one earring. So pay attention to that. If you find an earring, or you're missing an earring or something like this is him popping into your life just to say hello.
I will. Thank you so much.
So he's giving me this. Put that in your pocket. You're welcome. Thank you, James, for popping in for Riley. Thank you, Riley, for calling in. I send you so much love and blessings, and I'm going to disconnect from you. And I thank you for calling in today, Riley.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Great rest of your night.
You too.
I needed to hear that. Bye-bye.
You too. All right, guys. What amazing readings we had today. What amazing readings. Again, if you would like to connect with me on a deeper level, check out my website, spiritspeaks.org, SPIRITSPEAKS.org, spiritspeaks.org. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Get yourself in to win that 15-minute free session. Subscribe to my YouTube, and guess what? We're jumping to the after party. I'll be there in a couple of minutes, and that's on my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/spiritspeaks, the numbers 1 and 1. Facebook.com/spiritspeaks11. And for this group right here, chosen. Make a difference in people's lives. Group card, I got chills. What are you chosen to do? Make a difference in people's lives, great and small, you guys, because it all matters. Heal the world one little step at a time by spreading your light and smiling, man. Thank you so much for joining me on Spirit Speaks Live, and I hope to see you guys at the after party next. I send you so much love and so much blessings. Bye, guys.